Hey, and welcome back to Weekend Edition. This is Rehash, where we recap the big stories of the past week. But because it's Christmas and it's the holiday season, we're going to do something different. And if you look on my right, on the right of Nick rather, we'll have a new face on our news desk. And I'd like to welcome our newest reporter, Keani Mendiola. But we won't let her go first because we'll let Nick go first.
Okay, because we'll just let me go first. Thank you.
Men first, because, you know, woman rules the world.
Because I am the minority.
He's the minority, so let the minority go first.
All right, so favorite Christmas memory, I mean, of course, we have a ton of it. It's a great time when we get to all get together with family, and especially on Guam, that's what many of us do. But one year I decided to take my 3 boys and just load the presents up in the car and rent a room at Leo Palace. And so I just stuffed them and all the presents into the room, and we had a great time unwrapping the gifts, and stayed up all night eating junk food, watching movies, and then the next day going to the pool there. So that's by far has been the best Christmas memory because it was genuine, it was a first for me and for them, and hopefully we can do that again while they're young.
And Leo Palace is like one of those hotels, like you don't even feel like you're in Guam anymore.
Yeah, it's your home away from home. It's a bit of a getaway, so there's a lot of activities there that people I'm sure are aware of that we participated in as well.
So have you finished your Christmas shopping?
Definitely not.
We're gonna go with Carmen next. What's your most memorable Christmas?
Cool. So I love Christmas. I used to have this shirt that said Feliz Navidad with a little like sheep. It was so cute. And I never forget going around with the Niño in our village in Jonya. Jonya rules. And we'd go around, we'd hold the Niño, and we'd sing songs with my family. And one of my all-time favorite memories, though, was we always go to my grandma's house, right? Every Sunday, every Christmas, every holiday, basically. And when I was younger, I used to be the director, self-proclaimed director of Christmas plays. And I used to have everyone act out the nativity scene. So one year, we couldn't find our baby Jesus doll. So we had to go grab this little child, my little cousin, and we had to use him.
Not just random, not random kid off the street.
No. This is my cousin, and we used him as baby Jesus. And I was like, where are my 3 kings? Because everyone would run away from me because I'd be a little intense because I really, really like to see my plays produced well. So those are honestly the best memories I have, just being with my family. They're so much fun.
Perfect story to show that the holidays can be a stressful time, no matter what you're doing, shopping or putting together a play.
Carmen, did you ever play Mary?
I was always the person that directed, so I would just sing the songs. Like I would sing the Destiny's Child, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and I choreographed all the dances. So I was very talented.
Go hard or go home.
When I was younger.
You know, guys, a triple threat. Carmen, you'll definitely see more of her again. She's also a new face to KUAM.
Yes.
Keani, you want to go next?
Okay, so I didn't have a traditional Christmas growing up. I come from a half Korean, half Chamorro household, so my grandmother, she was very strict, and you know, unfortunately, we didn't get to have the tree and all those things, but I remember one year, one of my teachers, she gave me an origami book for Christmas. And so I was looking through it, and they had like a section for like holiday stuff. You know, you can make snowflakes and Christmas trees. So I just went all out, and I made like almost 100 snowflakes, and I just put it all over the walls of my house. And you know, it was a compromise with my grandma. She was okay with it, but I just was really in the Christmas spirit. So
it's better than taking a crayon to the wall.
So, shout out to Keani's grandma for allowing her to use the origami snowflakes.
Yeah.
And myself, I think my most memorable Christmas had to be when I was in middle school, and this was when I started taking beginning band at Jose Rios, and I was assigned the saxophone. And if you know, when you're going to school and trying to take home the instruments, you can practice, right? So you can practice. Well, I rode the bus to school, and my school's in PD, and I live in Mongmong, and I was like a really small person, and I had to always carry the saxophone home, and it was a really big pain in the butt. So I had my parents that year. They bought me an alto saxophone. It was a used Yamaha model, and I loved it. But the funny part, what they did was they had me wrap my own gift because my mom and dad are slick like that. And they're probably watching this and going to be laughing because they don't remember. So they know I love wrapping gifts. I love wrapping gifts. I love making things pretty and the crisp edges and the pretty wrapping paper and the bows and the name tags. I love that. I go all the way. And so that year, they saw a box, and they saw a box under the tree there. It wasn't, I couldn't identify what it was, and they're like, Crystal, can you wrap this? And I did, and right after I finished wrapping it, they said, now unwrap it. And then inside was the beginner model, the Yamaha. So it was the gift of music, the gift that kept giving. And most people don't know this, but I got my degree in music aside from communications. And so thanks, Mom and Dad, for Christmas that really changed my life.
Where's that gift now?
I don't actually own that saxophone anymore. I actually have a better model. I don't use that model anymore. I use a professional model now. But thanks, Mom and Dad, for the gift of music. Thanks to everyone.
Yes, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. I think we're so busy here producing the news that we forget that it's Christmas too. If you have any news tips for us, since this was a special edition of the Rehash, if you have any news tips for us, back to the news, you can email us at reporters@kuim.com. Merry Christmas.